Hey, you guys, how's everybody doing? I am so excited to be presenting my very first gardening challenge. And this challenge has a lot to do with the gardener that inspires you. So, as you guys know, I am a gardener, even though I've been doing multiple things on my channel. Now that I'm monetized, I needed to get back to basics. So, like I said, this challenge is to choose a gardener that inspires you. And so I'm a little bit emotional about this because when I first started gardening, I had to go and search for gardeners so that I could take care of my own. I was used to living, in apartments or rentals, and I didn't have to take care of those things. Those things were covered for me. But when I purchased my own home, I had to learn how to take care of my own. So when I came to YouTube, I typed in gardening, and the person that I'm choosing that inspired me, of course, is in the title, as you could see, but is the of the channels that came up and is the channel that my husband and I binged watch to learn how to care for our trees. So I'm gonna disclose that name, but as you saw again, that name is in the title and also in the description box. But This would be Lead Farmer 73. So I'm going to say why I chose him, and I'm going to give you 3 reasons why exactly I chose Lead Farmer 73. So the first reason is, like I said, my husband and I, were looking for people to help us with the gardening because we had no clue. So when we found Let Farmer's channel, we literally binged watched his um let me show you. I want to choose. We binge watched his playlist. And so I'm just going to screenshot to you his channel, which is why I decided to do this live in the first place. Let me see. Let me make sure. This is what I'm doing. No, not this one. Still. Let me go back here and choose again. Let me make sure this is the right one. Yeah. Okay, so this is his channel. And this is the channel that we found when I was looking. This is Lead Farmer 73. And we literally went to his playlist, and for days at a time, instead of watching what we were currently watching as a couple on TV, we were binge watching Lead Farmer's playlist. And I will tell you that we learned so much. And that's what brings me to the second reason why I am choosing Lead Farmer 73. When we were learning, we were actually using the methods that he talked about, which were how to water correctly, how to cut the trees that we have on the property, and how to feed them properly. But not only after we follow all these steps on how to properly care for our garden, it produced some major results. Because when we first got here, the trees were in very good condition. But after about the first 6 months, they looked horrible. They looked like we didn't know what we were doing. And so after binge watching Lead Farmer 73's channel and getting some tools, which is information on how to care for these trees, the produce that we got from the trees were amazing. If you go back through my playlist that says Gardening Then and Now, you will see the peaches, the video that I did on peaches. That is basically from the information that we learned from this channel. So that's the second reason. He was able to share with us the valuable information that he knew and talk about it in a way that is very understandable to his listener. And so for us, not knowing anything about how to care for our trees and the yard and the gardening that we were doing, it was amazing for us to be able to learn. And so then the second reason, I think that was the first reason that I was supposed to choose. But the second reason is, I'll show you why. I'll show you why here too. Let me see. I think this is it. Is this it? Okay, so if you see the things that you have on here that's on the screen, Lead Farmer 73 did a series of lives that covered disaster preparedness. And so I watched almost all of them in their entirety. And even though I'm very, I think that we are pretty much prepared because we live in an area that is fire, you know, disaster area and earthquakes. I was pretty prepared, but he gave a series of lives that really taught a person how how to survive. It's like to Z um, tutorial. I want to say a series of lives tutorial on all the things you need in case of a disaster. So I really appreciated that. I really appreciated that because considering the fact that we are in a disaster now, I'm looking at all the supplies that I have on hand. I'm looking at what I had on hand before he, and I'm saying, we ready. I didn't really need to go to the store to get anything. So based on those series of lives that he did that I paid attention to, and I moved in and got, kind of refined my list, I'm ready. My family is ready. So, and the third reason is some of the mornings, as you guys know, I do juicing on my channel as well. And some of the mornings, there would only be like just me and LeadFarmer73 or me and a couple other people. And even though I consider him to be a very knowledgeable person about many things, he was on the lives listening to me talk about my experience and what juicing has taught me. So I really, yeah, you were on those lives too for Horse Farm. And so I really appreciated that. And not only that, but when he created his challenge, his healthy challenge, he shouted me out in those challenges. And he let me know that, he was really paying attention to what I was sharing when it came to me sharing the experience that I had with juicing. So I appreciated his channel and his will to learn. And I was also pretty, I want to say, inspired that this person, this gardener that I was binge watching to learn so much from, was now in my lives to learn something that I had to share. So for that reason, I chose LeadFarmer73 because I felt like, I was able to learn something from him. But not only that, now this person that I was learning from was watching something that I had to share with the world. I feel like the world. So that's why I chose LeadFarmer. So now that I got that out, I am choosing 3 people to do the same thing, to choose somebody that has inspired them from my gardening community, that is, to choose someone that has inspired them to be a gardener, or just choose someone that has inspired them in general. So first of all, I'm going to start with that first person that I am choosing out of the 3. And let me put her up here. So the first person that I'm choosing is not other than the backyard gardener. This is the first person that I am choosing for this challenge. The second person that I'm choosing is Four Horns Farm. This is the second person that I am choosing to choose a gardener that has inspired her. And then I have one more that I am going to be choosing. And that last channel that I am going to be choosing for this challenge is container crops. I am choosing container crops as the third gardening channel to participate in this gardening challenge. Choose a gardener that has inspired you. And I want to just go over the rules for this challenge. They are also listed in the description box. But first, you need to hashtag this challenge, and that will be gardener who inspire. I think it's sent. Wait, let me make sure I get it right. Gardener I'm inspired by is the hashtag. Gardener I'm inspired by. It's in the scroll. Do you see it there in the scroll? Gardener who inspires you. So anyway, it's in the description box. And so you choose a gardener, then you hashtag it. You hashtag the person that tagged you or challenged you, and then you hashtag the creator. And once you do that, you can either do a live or you can do a upload of a video. And in that video, you have to choose 3 reasons. Once you pick a gardener that has inspired you, you choose 3 reasons why they have inspired you. And then you choose, or you have to tag it properly. So that is the reason why I came on today. I appreciate everyone who was here in this live. And that is going to do it for today. I will be back on Saturdays are my gardening. I focus exclusively on gardening. And later on tonight, I will be talking about something else, especially for first-time gardeners. But this is the reason why I did this live. And I hope that everyone who I tagged is inspired will choose someone who they are inspired to garden, who has inspired them to garden. Hey, I'm gonna go over everybody who's here, and then I'm gonna end the live. Hi, CJ's Info. How are you? Janet Ortega's here. TK today. Thank you for Horns Farm. I just tagged you. Hopefully, you will accept this challenge. That Hood Girl, I saw you come in. Tennille Shanae, hi. Cubs Den, welcome to this live stream. Meow, hi. And let me just take this screen share off so you guys can see my face. Frugal Farmer, how are you? Welcome to this live stream. So I thank you guys for coming in. I didn't want to make it too long, but I did want to make sure that I followed through as far as everything that I was inspired by as far as choosing a person. Thank you. Thank you so much, CJ. I wanted to make sure that I did that by my 47. I always choose something that to set a goal for. And I wanted to make sure that I had goals set for that day. So thank you guys for coming in. I want to make this short and sweet. I'm going to play you guys out. And you have accepted it. Super Kid RJ, welcome to this live stream. I appreciate you guys for coming, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the live right now. Let me play. Stick around so I can play you guys out and have a great. You are so calm. You might make the news reporters calm. Probably. You guys, I'm not kidding you. go over there to Lead Farmer's channel and check out what he has as far as the disaster preparedness. He did this, I believe it was 4 months ago. And those of us in the gardening community, we was in those lives. They was like, some of them was like hours long, but he seriously taught us how to be ready. And most of us who are gardeners that was taking heed to everything he was talking about should be completely ready for what's going on today because he covered it all. So I recommend that you guys check him out because those lives were awesome. And I'm ready today, more ready today because of that. I didn't have to get all that stuff. I didn't have to. I got a couple of things, but I really just wanted to get out there to see what y'all was doing. So check it out. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so I'm gonna get off of here, y'all, and have an amazing Saturday.